Right, I'm live. Can't figure out how to do my screen and my camera picture, so I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth. It's the easiest way that I can figure things out, so that's the way I'm gonna do it in the group from now on. All right, this video. Before I get started, I just want to kind of say sorry. I've dropped the ball completely. I had so many people leave this group because I started off with good intentions, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it. I dropped the ball. I have gotten so busy with my company that I didn't have a chance to start or to finish what I started. I started an educational process teaching people what I know about, search engine optimization, email funnels, marketing funnels. And I made free courses, and I had a lot of people giving me good feedback, but I got really overwhelmed. So I'm going to make a video on that in the future, time management and how you can delegate that to others. Definitely got to make a video for that, because that is definitely a problem. And plus I had a lot of personal stuff happen in my life. My dad got sick, and since I work from my laptop, I can work anywhere, that's fine. But there was a whole bunch of complications and stuff, and his house wasn't the best living conditions. So my sister and I had to do a lot of cleaning. And anyway, needless to say, I got so far behind the last couple of months that all the education and Facebook groups and all that stuff kind of took a side seat. But I'm jumping into it head first, head on, trying to get this going, because I really do want to share all of this stuff with everybody. And the good news is that a lot of people who are coming in through my PLR funnels and who are also coming in through the One Funnel Away Challenge, I got people coming in from different directions on the group. I was going to make this a paid group, but I decided to make a free group for entrepreneurs, and anybody who actually interacts with me is going to have free access to this group. Basically, I want to be that liaison of success. You know what I'm saying? I want to bridge that gap. So if you're interested in marketing and you want to learn anything on bettering yourself, believe me, I've done a lot of studying, and I know a lot of the details as far as digital marketing goes, and even some of the sales tactics and psychological aspects of it for how to get people to buy. That's what this group is all about, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in the future. So, and these Facebook Lives are new to me, but like I said, I'm jumping in head first here, so I'm going to be doing them, and I'm going to be pumping them out regular. I think I might even schedule like a certain time where I'm always doing them in this group. I'm going to have to figure that out, but meanwhile, I'm just going to wait for some interactions with people and kind of see where everyone's at. So by all means, please, if you have any issue that you're dealing with your company, with being an entrepreneur, that's why you're in this group, right? I mean, everybody's here to work together. So by all means, please leave comments. Start a live yourself. You know what I mean? Ask a question on a problem that you're having and see if somebody in the group can help, because that's the idea of virtuous marketing. With that being said, I've mentioned it before in other lives I've done on my regular page. I want to talk about it now. I am not a fan of polarization marketing. What does that mean? Okay, so there's a lot of different marketing tactics, right? Our first and foremost favorite, everyone loves this one. This is the highest ranking marketing tactic known to man, is humor. We love funny stuff. Everyone's got the best results. That's why all of the Super Bowl ads are so expensive. They're in the millions. Only the top companies can buy those ads on the Super Bowl, right? Because they're so expensive. That's like the most valuable time slot. Notice how the majority of them are funny, because you get the best results with humor. I want that to resonate with you. If you're doing marketing, there's actually two. Emotional, right? So you got a whole bunch of different emotionals you can resonate with. Emotion as far as like love or sympathy, empathy, like tears, emotional moments with like, oh man, what was that movie? It was a Spanish commercial, not a movie, a commercial. There was a Spanish commercial. It was Hispanic, Latino. Man, I wish I could remember what was being advertised. But this dad, the son invited the dad and the grandfather. And it's like, you invited me over? No, I didn't invite you over. Anyways, well, it turned out the little kid was the one that invited them to get them together because they were fighting, father and son, dad and grandpa. And it was kind of a tearjerker, right? So these are good marketing tactics. You can tug at people's heartstrings. You can be humorous. There's so many positive aspects to marketing. So many, and I'm a huge fan of that. That's what I push. I love the positive. I'm way about the positive. Don't like the negative. Can't stand it. Now that brings on my next point of what I've been talking about is I am not a fan of polarization marketing. A lot of people love this tactic. I don't. I'm not a fan. I understand it. I've even used it. Not a fan of it. I don't. It causes a rift between people, and it's creating segregation, and it's causing a divide, to be quite frank, between our culture, between our societies. They're doing it with politics. They're doing it with, it's all about politics, man. Every single time. One even got me. I even got like pulled into a marketing tactic by Gillette. Gillette made a commercial and it made me mad. And nobody understood why I was mad. They were like, what are you so mad? It's just a commercial. I'm like, no, you don't understand. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to get into the details of it. It was a Gillette commercial. I understand the marketing tactics of it, but I was upset that the people didn't understand what was happening. So that's what made me kind of like emotional with it, right? And then I realized, oh, sons of guns, they're using marketing tactics to get to us, to divide us. They're dividing the crowd, right? Like they did Nick Kaepernick with Nike. Nike did that one. They used a controversial topic, and they know that it's going to segregate people. It's going to polarize because it's topical, and they don't care. There used to be a time where companies were like, no, we don't want to burn any bridges. We don't want to burn 50% of our audience. There used to be a time where companies did that, right? They don't do that anymore because they're like, well, yeah, we'll lose 50%, but the 50% that we're gaining is pretty big. So it's like they're making an exception because of population growth, right? And they're like, well, you know what? We're still going to be doing great with that 50%, so let's do it. Anyway, without further ado, all of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about, it's not going to be polarization or any kind of negative marketing, any kind of lies, deceits. If it's lying, cheating, stealing, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to go near it. But I am going to jump on my computer here because this whole concept for, and I kind of running nose, I'm sorry. This whole concept for the point of this video today was for how to increase conversions with email marketing and sales funnels. That's the main, that's the core of a lot of these business tactics. It's basically because there's a circular system. I'm going to jump on my computer screen here and I'm going to show you. Just to summarize, everybody thinks, I was talking to somebody earlier about this today. Everyone's like, I just need to drive traffic. I'm not kidding when I tell you, because that's what I do for my agency. Companies hire me to do their SEO, the search engine optimization, get them to rank in Google or Yahoo or Bing or whatever. They hire me to do their Google ads, their Facebook ads, and that's the philosophy that they had. So they all have this ad budget, right? Whether it be $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month or whatever the ads budget is, and they're like, just throw a bunch of money at it and let's just drive as much traffic as possible to our website and hope something sticks, right? And I'm like, that's not a good marketing method, and that's the whole point of this group. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to teach people. And so everybody that wants to run that philosophy, it's like grabbing a bunch of darts, right? Like picking up, instead of doing a dartboard like one at a time, throwing the darts at the dartboard, it's like picking up a bunch of them and just chucking them at the dartboard and hoping some of them stick. That's weird. That's just really weird, especially when you're paying money to do that. You know what I mean? It's like flushing money down the toilet. I don't know. It's crazy. Shopify is definitely one of the largest growing companies right now, especially because there's a lot of people getting on board in e-commerce. The drop shipping that we can do from China is absolutely amazing. The turnaround time that we can get to our customers. Not only that, but Printful does that print on demand. It used to be you'd have to order like a whole bunch of bulk t-shirts and mugs and stuff like that. But now you can just order them one at a time, so you can drop ship from them. Because of all this fast production costs with stuff, Shopify is just jumping through the roof, right? So a lot of people have Shopify stores. But I'm here to tell you that just because you have a store and you drive a bunch of traffic to it doesn't mean people are going to buy. It doesn't. Sorry, I hate to burst your bubble. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are just going to be like, that's more of the same. You know what I mean? There's a million Shopify stores because Shopify is growing so much. There's millions of other stores that I can buy the same exact t-shirt. So, and people are like, oh yeah, but I have a special logo. Well, yeah, you have a special logo, but why do they want that logo? It's where marketing comes in, right? This is where we have to get creative. So without further ado, I know I already said that. Let's do this again. I'm gonna jump on my screen here. We're gonna do a little artwork. Everyone knows I love my whiteboard. All right, so we've got our main base. We're gonna call this a home base, right? Home base. Now, it's a Shopify store. Now, what's funny is that our goal is with traffic, with SEO, and PPC stands for pay-per-click, okay? So this is anytime you're doing Google ads or you're doing Facebook ads or banner ads, anytime it costs you money when they click, that's pay-per-click. Then you've got your free traffic social medias, right? Which is awesome. Never shake a stick at YouTube, never shake a stick at Facebook, which is why I'm actually jumping on it more now, because it's so much better to socialize, because you're killing two birds with one stone, and I'm going to get to that here in a second. With free traffic, when you're actually not free, you're killing two birds with one stone with social media traffic, and I'm going to get to that here in a second. So now all of these combined, driving them to this store, you end up kind of shooting yourself in the foot, right? Because first of all, you're paying for most of them. And when you pay for them, your conversion rate is like 1%, right? Maybe 2%, maybe. So you have a real huge dilemma here, because you're paying for ads and you're losing money because you're not getting customers. That's the main point that I'm trying to make with all of this, is that you have to gain customers, right? So the best method to me is that don't try to sell to them, okay? You know, if you're paying for ads, get your money's worth out of them. Ads, money. Get your money worth with a capture page. It's not that complicated. Give them something for free right here, okay? Help them out. Solve a problem right here. Solve, all right? Teach, all right? All those people that are coming, let's say it's 1,000 people that are coming to this page. You want to get as many people in that page as possible, because you want that email address. You've got the name and you've got the email here, okay? Because everyone, I've talked about this a million times, because once they become part of that email process, they're now part of your system and they're warming up to you. I'm gonna bury this thing into the ground. I'll talk about it forever and ever, because this is one of the most important things when it comes to marketing. It truly, truly is. Now, customers don't buy from you if they don't know you, so they have to like you. And because you helped them, you gave them something for free, you solved the problem that they had, you taught them something that they were looking to be taught. Now, when they get that email, they are so likely to open that thing, right? Especially if you're solving another problem, so likely to open that one and that one and that one and that one. And this is 5 emails, okay? How do you think, how happy are they with you in this moment here? They're pretty trustworthy, right? You just established a relationship with them. They feel like they know you now. Does that make sense? Now, what I was talking about before with social media, now, when you're paying for ads with Google, right? Or you are paying for ads with Facebook and they don't have any idea who you are, that is cold traffic, right? They don't know you. So it's going to take them a lot longer to warm up, a lot longer, maybe 20 emails. But if they come in through one of your social media channels, your Facebook group or your, let's say YouTube, they're already warmed up to you. Does that make sense? So not only are you getting traffic, but you're getting warm traffic, right? That makes sense? You see what I'm saying? This is a whole, so social media traffic, if you're going to do anything, and a lot of people are curious to where they should start. They're like, where do I start? Where do I start? And even I'm guilty of it. I'm already pretty experienced, and I got pretty good at running Google ads and Facebook ads, and I can pay for, I pay money to run my ads for my stuff. Now, that's hilarious, but had I started with the free stuff first, like had I gone all in with YouTube, and just figured out YouTube and made YouTube videos and started doing these Facebook lives more, and just started interacting with people on Facebook and showing them that, and I built up that trust there, it wouldn't have cost me a dime. And all the time that I spent learning Google ads and Facebook ads, I could have spent interacting and building relationships and building my Facebook groups. You see what I'm saying? And that's more organic. And that's more warm to people that they're warming up to you. They're trusting you. They're finding you as an authority in whatever it is that you're talking about. And this literally applies to any niche. Okay? Any niche. Seriously, all of them. It could be basket weaving. All right? It could be volleyball. It could be trucking. I don't know. Anything. Whatever Facebook group that you're in, you could be warming them up. So I highly recommend, if you're going to be using any kind of strategy for traffic, definitely go free or hire someone else to do the paid traffic for you. I really don't think, unless you're starting a company and you want that company to be traffic, kind of like what I ended up getting into, there's no need for you to learn it all. People will try to tell you that it's so easy. That's how I got into it. It really just hire somebody. Once the sales funnel is what's important. Now let's talk about that, because this is how we're going to increase conversions. The sales funnel is what's important, not the ads, not the traffic. So what happens here in the sales funnel, on that very first page, when you get their email address and you're warming them up, they're taken through a sequence, right? They got that. The very first step of the sequence is going to be the sales page, where you tell them about the product. And whether they stay or not, they're still part of your email list, so it's all good in the hood. Then you can offer them an upsell and a downsell, whatever, and then you can take them all the way to the end, which is a thank you page. Now, here's the cool part, right? Because if it costs you $100 on this front end right here to get 100 people, that $100 to get 100 people, and let's say everyone that comes through this sequence and everybody that comes through halfway through your email sequence, let's say you get 0 sales, right? You lost $100. This is a real dilemma. This is a real problem. And this is what I'm talking about, because by building the email sequence out, I just lost my, what happened here? My computer's not agreeing with me. Anyways, by, hold on, sorry. Oh, having some technical difficulties. All right. So anyway, by having this sales funnel sequence, you may not be making money on the front end, but these people are now part of your list, okay? So what happens is they may not even buy from you for, what is going on here? My computer's malfunctioning. I gotta stop this. All right. What's happening? Stop. Go away. Go away. What's happening here? Oh, this is fun. Let's just go ahead and get all these notifications all of a sudden here. Sorry, squirrel. I can't stand notifications. I actually turn them off on my phone so I don't get the beeps, which kind of shoots me in the foot, because when I'm doing my when I'm working during the day, I don't get a lot of important emails, like even from clients. They're like, "You are so hard to get a hold of," because I don't have my phone with me. Anyway, so let's say you 100 emails in the future, they eventually buy from you because they're a part of your list. They just didn't want your product now. It wasn't solving their problem at that time, or they weren't ready at that time. You see what I'm saying? So this is like, it's free traffic for the future. This whole sales sequence, this whole sales funnel, and building that sequence is going to get you more money on your back end later down the road. Now, how do we increase conversions? Well, that's quite simple. It's all by trust, relationships, and respect. I call it the 3 R's: relationships, respect, and rapport. I've heard relationships, trust, and rapport. You can call it whatever you want. But again, I'm going to beat this to death, because first you have your funnel with your sales page, your upsell, and your thank you page. And whether or not they buy, they still become part of that email sequence. And it's all about building that trust along the way. And then you can also do your Facebook group. You can interact with people in other groups, which I'm starting to do myself. It's that simple. Well, it's not that simple. There's actually a lot more to it. You have to build it out. You have to actually apply it. You have to write copy. You have to follow up with people, physically follow up, call them sometimes. You have to. There's a whole process to it. A lot of the gurus want you to think that it's easy and it's click a button. And it's like, oh yeah, all you gotta do is run traffic, run. Well, that's the moral of this story. That's everything that I was talking about in this live today, was that there's a better way to do it. And this is it: sales funnels and email funnels. It's kind of the funniest thing, because a lot of my clients are in plumbing and HVAC, because I did that for so long. So I just happen to be in that industry. So a lot of the people that want me, and they have that philosophy. They're like, no, I don't want to have the pop-up window. I'm not kidding. They all feel like, I don't like that. This is what I want to tell you. It doesn't matter what you like. It matters what your customers like. It's not about you. I know you think it's your company. It's not your company. It's your customer's company. Kind of the way you got to look at it, right? If you have a pop-up page and it's offering to solve that problem that customer was looking for, in my case, it's with plumbers and HVAC. So if customers are looking to get their water heater replaced, but they're afraid that they're going to get bamboozled or scammed by Joe Blow plumber, right? So they're price shopping. They're going to be a little bit cautious on who they shop for. So if you give them something like a PDF that explains to them on that capture page, and you're like, hey, nervous about shopping from Joe Blow plumber? He's going to take advantage of you. Here's 5 tips that you can use while shopping to get your water heater replaced. It's going to help you out. That's going to blow people's minds. They're like, whoa, really? I use this actually with my clients. I've created PDFs. I've created eBooks. Digital products are awesome because you can just give them away a million times. It doesn't cost you a thing. It just costs you one time, make it, and you're done. But you make that PDF, right? You give them that content. That's what it's all about. You solve that problem. You build that trust from the beginning. And then you get all these people opting in. And every single one of those guys that told me, I don't want to do that. I don't want us to seem spammy or scammy or have that annoying thing for our customers. Every single one of those guys that said that and then tried it came back and apologized to me. I have guys still telling me that. Like new clients that I pick up, they still tell me that. And then when I convince them, let's just give it a try. Let's just try it. And then it works. And then their sales go up. They're like, wow. And a lot of them said, thank you so much for that free PDF, because you solved a problem. So let's get this one thing, because we got to break this mental block that we all have. Let's get this out of our head. It's only annoying until you need it. Okay? You know those annoying emails that people send you over and over again? You're like, oh, another one from Best Buy. Oh, another one from the nail salon. I don't know, whatever. People get annoying. My sister was telling me that she had one from her place that. But that's funny. She actually told me it was a nail salon. She's like, oh, I wish they would stop sending me these emails. Until one day she wanted to get her hair done, and then they sent her a coupon. She cashed in on that coupon and went and got her hair done. That's free advertising for that hair salon. Email marketing, sales funnels. right? Do you get it? Awesome. This is good stuff. All right. And this is a 25-minute live. Wow, I thought it was going to be like 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and call it quits. And seriously, guys, interact in this Facebook group. I know I've been out of it, but I promise not anymore. I'm going to be active. We're going to be making this happen. I want to see people talking to each other, interacting. Let's all interact with each other. Anybody got a problem? Put it out there. Let's see if we can solve it, okay? We're going to do this together. Virtuous marketing. That's why we're part of this group, right? All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.